Welcome back. The Uptown and Boogie Healthy Project is a nonprofit organization focused on improving access to fresh, locally grown food in underserved neighborhoods, particularly in the Harlem and the Bronx. Their mission includes empowering vulnerable communities with nutrition education, promoting healthy lifestyles, and fostering food security. Here with me in the studio is Judi Desire, the founder and executive director of the Uptown and Boogie Healthy Project. Judi, welcome to BronxNet, to Open Tuesday.
Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you for inviting me again.
Yeah.
We are family.
We are family at this point, so
Yes.
It's always great to have you back and to talk about the incredible work that you're doing. For our viewers who this may be the first time they're learning about the organization, tell us a little bit more about what inspired the mission.
So Uptown and Boogie originally started as a bicycle organization in 2017. We led over 50 plus social bike rides within Upper Manhattan and the Bronx. When we approached the pandemic, we had a lot of cyclists who addressed about food insecurity, just accessing food. Many of our bike rides did lead at farmers markets, and that was addressed very frequently during our rides, and we would always try to introduce different types of fruits and vegetables during the ride. And when we felt to address this was to start with a community-supported agriculture program, and that would allow a group of people to basically come together and pay a farmer to grow their food. And that's how we started in 2021. And we received a great response from the Bronx Pelham Parkway area, which is where we started, also in Central Harlem, and that allowed us to transition to a nonprofit and shift to agriculture from that point on in 2022.
Yeah, now of course you talk about the shift even,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and so to see where it started to how it is now, what has that evolution of this organization and its impact in the community been like?
Oh, it's been great. It's been a journey. We started out as more of a farm stand, and that allowed people to come and buy individual types of produce. That allowed me to have conversations with people, address people's concerns, introduce new ingredients to the community, or those ingredients that represent the community at the same time. And it's been a great experience, just like working with various ages also. When we transitioned to the farmers market, we introduced Kids Club at the market. Okay. And that allowed us to address kids from the age of 4 to 13. And why we pick 4 is because it's the year before a child ages out of WIC, which is women, infant, and children. Yeah. And we made it an important factor within our markets and in our programs to accept nutritional benefit programs. We accept SNAP, EBT, WIC, FMNP, Farmers Market Nutrition Benefit Programs. We also do the senior discount, which is the OTC network. So we try to make food as accessible as possible, and just trying to get more fresh food. We have such a warm response from the community that allows us to bring in more farmers. So we have farmers that are at our markets, our main farmers, and then we also have farmers within our network that supports our stand and CSA initiatives.
Definitely, and I mean, so many initiatives right there, but you also talk about the range of services that you offer for just the diverse ages, even in our own community. One that I love that you just mentioned was the Kids Club at the market.
Yes.
You know, you talk about this importance of early education into these kind of topics. Talk to me about how they receive it. How are they, what is their reception to kind of being introduced to these topics early on?
Oh, I love my babies. So we first started at Bronx Park East Farmers Market, which is in front of Brady Playground. And we started noticing a lot of parents would come and shop and play at the playground. And when I noticed that, we also saw an increase of WIC recipients also as we address food insecurity as access of time. So our markets are weekends in the morning. And we found that in the Bronx, Sunday worked very well for many people. Seeing that influx of families using that Sunday to shop, we decided to create an initiative where every kid receives $2 to shop at the market. So that allows kids to just understand how to participate in the purchasing of their produce, learning money management, also interacting with the farmer, so they have to hand the money to the farmer. And this initiative also helps the farmer receive additional funding at the market.
Wow,
And so,
really important work
yeah.
right there. Yeah, even that connection, obviously, for one, the kids to see, and like you mentioned, that monetary kind of use, which $2 nowadays can go very far, very short. We got to learn how to budget that.
Yes.
But even like you mentioned, this partnership with the vendors and what they can get out of it. I mean, something that you talk about when you mention initiatives is also the community-supported agriculture program.
Yes.
Talk to me about how this also kind of engages the community to participate.
Well, as we see with the prices of groceries, we want to address that this is a stable way not only to have a sustainable cost to your food, but also supporting a local farmer so you know where your produce is coming from. We work with small farmers, which is usually farmers who are upstate New York in the Hudson Valley or a little bit above Hudson Valley that are under 40 acres. So they are like small to medium farmers. And that allowed us to reach out to different farmers to get different kind of crops, because there's some farmers that specialize in different, maybe we might have a farmer that's great on carrots, another farmer that gets okra, another farmer that gives callaloo, like, you know, all of what we see as an ask in the neighborhood that's not readily available or not really seen at the markets. So that allowed us to basically educate the journey of food too. Like it's just picked on Wednesday. Sometime our farmers will send us pictures of showing them harvesting the produce that they're bringing to the market. On average, at the farmers market, about 2,000 pounds is brought in of food per week, and at the farm stand, we range about 3 to 400 pounds of food per week. So we bring all that produce, and it does get all sold. I make sure that is. Food that is not sold, if it's spoiled or anything went wrong, at our garden and at our programs, we have composting. So we make sure we're not like just throwing food in the landfill, but we're actually processing it in a more organic way. And then others that are still good but remaining, we work with like community fridges, and we'll just leave the produce at the fridge. Or if someone walks by sometime, I say, hey, you want this last remaining carrot? And that initiative of just having that fresh food, knowing how to keep your food fresh. So having that conversation with people. And this year we're working on a dashboard, which is, so just to give you, I have a background in computer science, and we have wonderful interns who are working and putting an initiative together to create that communication with our members. So we have a dashboard where we're now planning on putting recipes weekly that matches the produce they're going to have, making their payments easy, and also just remaining engaging and providing that communication where we share some information, some alerts, maybe some awareness about what's going on with the USDA and the agriculture industry, and just keeping people into the loop.
That's incredible, obviously, of having like a little hub where everyone can kind of go to. When does that dashboard, or when are you thinking of rolling it out? Maybe we can get an early.
It's rolled out. It's already rolled out. If you go to our website at ubhp.org/CSA, there you'll receive all the information. You can have weekly box. You could purchase as a full season, which is 22 weeks, bi-weekly, which is 11 weeks, or if you are a SNAP recipient or EBT, you can join in weekly into the program. You just sign up, come pick up your produce in Harlem or the Bronx. What makes our Harlem location unique is that it's an evening, so it's an after-work crowd. We have a beautiful traffic along St. Nicholas Avenue between 126 and 127th Street. And that is a central location where people just come, walk up, and get their produce. And also it makes it accessible because it's after work. Getting that last meal, or maybe you didn't catch the market on the weekend or early in the morning. Now you get access to it also in the evening.
Wow, definitely have to book my schedule to definitely stop by. I mean, with that, today is also Earth Day. So talk to me about how obviously a day like today is important for the organization and initiatives that you have done around Earth Day as well.
Oh, for Earth Day, we address our composting that we will teach about vermicompost. We have worms, and so we are excited that to announce our reopening of our greenhouse. So at our community garden, St. Nicholas Miracle Garden, we built a greenhouse that now will be fully year-round, where we provide seedlings and education on how to grow from seed to seedling to production. So many times people see the final product, but not really like what the seed looked like, the journey of the seed, how it is important to have the right kind of soil mix and nurturing and allowing it to grow, what's shaded, what's not in shade, and just getting that education. So we want to teach how to kind of grow your food at home and how food is grown from the beginning. And we are going to have a seedling distribution also as we are growing in the greenhouse. Our greenhouse now has like power source so that we can regulate heat. We're bringing in a rain catching system that will allow us to use the rainwater to irrigate the seedlings. So we will teach about the sustainability initiatives that we have at the garden. And also at the farmers market, we do textile recycling. Last year, we did we collected 17,000 pounds of textile between our farmers markets. And that also we address about like just upcycling or the way we should discard any unused or unwanted clothing. In addition to our kids club, we had kids participate in the composting. So the kids themselves, between June to November, dropped off 1,000 pounds of food scraps.
Wow.
So we are going to address all of this within our Earth Day event, which is happening later this afternoon in Harlem from 10 to 3 p.m. We also have a wonderful opportunity to table with Bronx River Alliance on April 26th. So you'll see us there too, where we will work with Bronx River Alliance, and they also grow outdoors. They have a foodway, so it's a great way to kind of merge what we do.
Definitely, and to stay busy, obviously, this April as well, to kind of give back, learn about, obviously, these important topics in our community. I mean, with that, Judi, you gave us so many gems that we obviously can look forward to.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. I appreciate it, okay?
I appreciate it.
And of course, if you want to learn more about these initiatives, please be sure to visit their website at ubhp.org. Stay tuned. We have more open for you right after this.